Google Classroom is a great tool for both online and in-person instruction. However, if we are not careful, it is easy to let items pile up and get cluttered in such a way that it is difficult to find items we need. An unorganized Google Classroom also makes it difficult for students to know what to work on and where to find assignments for the current day. In this video, I'll show you a few tips for getting your Google Classroom organized. In Google Classroom, you have the ability to drag and drop classrooms in any order you desire. When you do this, it will also reorder the Google Classrooms in your Google Classroom list. So when I drag this class right here, Davenport Test Class, up to the top of the screen, all the way to the left, then when I look at my class list by clicking on the three lines, I'll see that that class is now the top class. It's recommended that teachers order their classes by the class periods in the day. So if you start with first period, go all the way through eighth period, and then drag all of your professional development classes or sample classes down to the bottom of the screen, then you'll still have access to them, but they won't be taking up the priority real estate on your Google Classroom screen. The next thing you can do to organize your Google Classroom is to make sure that you have the appropriate notifications turned off and on. To adjust the notifications for email in Google Classroom, click on the three lines, just like we saw the classroom screen or list, the list of classrooms, then scroll all the way to the bottom, past all of the classes, then you'll see the word settings and a gear. Click on that, and then you'll be able to adjust your email notifications. You can turn on or off your email notifications as a whole, or you can turn them on and then select certain items that you would like to receive notifications for. You may want to receive notifications from comments, but not from late submissions of student work. You can also choose certain classes to receive notifications from and certain ones to not receive notifications. If you click on the arrow at the end of the line with the words class notifications, you can then see all of your classrooms and you can turn on or off notifications for a particular class. This is helpful if you've been added as a co-teacher for one of your teammates' classrooms and you don't really want to receive notifications for their classes because you're not the primary teacher. All right, so we've talked about dragging and dropping classes, reordering them, and turning off classwork notifications. Now let's go to a certain class. I'm going to open up the Davenport Test Classroom, and then I'm going to show you how to turn off the classwork notifications in the stream. The stream is organized by chronological order and can be very confusing if it has both announcements and classwork in the stream. If you leave the classwork notifications on, then you'll find students that are scrolling up and down on the stream trying to find their classwork instead of going to the nicely organized classwork page. So to turn off this feature, click on the gear in the top right corner of the screen and then scroll down to General, and where it says Stream, underneath that you'll see Classwork on the Stream. Click the drop down and then choose Hide Notifications. When you choose Hide Notifications, then the only thing posted on the stream is your announcements. All right, next, let's go into the classroom. All right, so in the classwork page, there are many things that we can do to keep this organized. First of all, I want to point out that if you have any assignments or materials that do not have a topic, they will automatically be moved to the top of the screen. This is probably not where you want them. One of the nice features of Google Classroom that's come out somewhat recently is that you can drag and drop items into a topic. So if I see that some of these items need to go down, like this one here, I want to drag this to the Kami assignments. I'm going to click on that, drag it down to Kami assignments, and then drop it there. So we don't really want any assignments above the attendance. So I need to make sure these two assignments are in a folder. I can either delete these or I can drag them to another topic. Before I start deleting things, it's a good idea to make sure I have everything saved and backed up that I want to still access or at some point in the future have access to. So it's recommended that you have a practice or a master classroom where you store assignments. There will be no students in this classroom, but it's a great place for you to build assignments and store assignments for a later date. Once you have that master class or template class with all of your assignments saved in it, then you can feel free to delete assignments in your Google Classroom. Just know that that will also delete your student responses or the grading if it's in Google Classroom. Now, if you have assignments that are posted from a Google form or a Google document, those will remain in your drive, but if you delete the assignment, it will be difficult to locate them. So for many of these type of assignments, you may not want to actually delete them, but you want to rather move them to a different topic so they're not taking up the top of your classwork page. So to do this, simply click on Create Plus, go down to Topic, and then create an archived or old assignments topic. Once you have that topic, you want to drag that to the bottom of the screen. So I've got archived assignments here. I can drag that down to the very bottom of the screen, and then I can drag these two assignments that are in the top, drag them down to the archived assignments topic. And while they're not minimized or archived, they are only visible at the bottom of the screen. So students would have to scroll down and see them. This is great for older assignments that you may still want students to be able to have access to if they need to make up an assignment, but you don't want them to think it's a current assignment. So you want it to be in the archived or old assignments folder. All right, these are some great tips for you to use in order to keep your Google Classroom organized.